Justice is absolute. Justice is necessary. Nobody should be held above the law, or things will start falling apart. But where is the line drawn of what can be done when somebody is seemingly above it? Welcome to Interesting History, and today is all about the death of Ken McElroy. Let's begin. Ken, born in 1934, was not a nice man. As a resident of the small town of Skidmore, Missouri, it was hard to find anybody in the town who thought highly of him. He was, in his roots, a bully and a criminal. In all, there was 20 indictions against him that he escaped, from assault to burglary to statutory rape and arson. His mean and intimidating demeanor resulted in a great deal of witnesses refusing to testify against him. To add some perspective, Ken had several wives, with his last being a girl named Trina. I say girl because Ken had impregnated her at age 14, and when she tried to escape back to her family, Ken shot their dog and burned their house down. Continuing, he threatened to repeat it if they wouldn't let them marry, thus having him escape charges. He was very much a bad human being. After years of bestowing terror and living above the law, in 1980, Ken was finally convicted of assault when he approached the elderly Ernest Bowenkamp and shot him with his shotgun at point blank over a misunderstanding about his daughter and shoplifting. Ernest survived, luckily, and Ken was sentenced to prison, but it didn't seem to have any effect on him, as shortly following the conviction, he was seen drinking at the local tavern with his gun, hooting it up about how he was going to finish the shopkeeper off. Something had to be done. A monster such as McElroy had to be dealt with, so it was impossible for him to hurt anyone ever again. The sheriff suggested a neighborhood watch, and on early July 10th, 1981, the townsfolk gathered in town hall to hold a meeting. What exactly was discussed, we just don't know, but what followed gave a possible idea. Ken was at the tavern when a mass of citizens arrived, filling the bar completely. McElroy finished his drink, got into his truck, and were followed by the mob of townfolk. As he was reaching for a cigarette, Ken was shot at, being hit by 2 gunmen. However, an unknown number of guns were shot at him. The town dispersed, and nobody called an ambulance. Over 100 interviews were held, with only his wife testifying, but seemingly with nobody else even witnessing anything. Ken died how he lived, without any conviction. Ken was murdered by more than one person, that's a fact, but with the town of Skidmore staying silent, we will never really know who did the deed. But thanks for watching, and thanks for the continued support. Do you have a suggestion? Let me know. I'm always open, and it helps a ton. Thanks again. Have an awesome night.